Hi, this is David with eminitradingstrategies.com. In this live S&P video, we're doing a little bit of recovering. We're trading two live contracts. We're down about $37, maybe about a point with commissions. Looking to take a pullback trade here for a 4-tick target. Our entry price is 1088. We are in no NSC zone. As you see with this yellow, this is Pro Indicator version 2. Not quite ready for release yet, but this shows you when to avoid NSCs. With this downward conviction, we do like the pullback trade. So we'll see if we can get filled here at 1088. See if we can grab a quick 4-tick target. The market slows down. I may readjust my target. Let's see if we can bounce up. We could get a cancel bar here. We have rules that have us cancel the pullback trade. You'll see we also have a long EET, which is going long, but the pullback trade is going short. So an EET is an aggressive contrarian trade, and there's times you want to take those trades, and there's times you'd want to avoid them with the strong conviction. I like the pullback trade better. Both trades could win, and both trades could lose. So a little bit of subjectivity when it comes to EETs and pullbacks. I get that question a lot. Is there subjectivity in your system? Not really. The entries are very non-subjective. They're very mechanical, in fact. But there are times when you're going to have two possible trades. Here's a good example of that, where an EET has already made a winning. Look at that. Have you? Well, you weren't filled, but your fill price has been 87.25. But it's already made a profit. Had it came down here and filled you could have made a winner and still even caught the pullback trade, right? But pullback trade's a strong winner. It's a strong percentage winner here, so I like the pullback trade. So back to subjectivity, little bit of subjectivity in all kinds of trading, whether you want to realize it or not. But the rules are very, very set in stone. My entry rules are not subjective. Sometimes we have subjectivity on whether or not to take a pullback or an EET, and I say it's a little subjective because they're both valid. But really, with the conviction to the downside here and the fact that we're avoiding NSCs, I like the pullback better. Why are we avoiding NSCs? Because they're likely to go sideways and move back downward. They're likely to lose. So if we get a long NSC, I'm expecting it to really be a losing NSC. That's why we don't take it. So, which the losing NSC long would make it a winning pullback trade. So we had an EET that didn't fill that would have been a winner, and we're short the pullback trade. We're looking to get 87, 4 ticks off the trade. So we'll see how that goes. It's possible you may even get another short EET that if you weren't filled on the pullback trade, you might be able to take an EET short. Don't know that that's going to signal, but it very well may. So we just let the trade cook. We got our rules. We follow them. But I do like to bring up that subjectivity issue because it's brought up a lot, and everybody wants a 100% mechanical system. And I say, it is. My entries are just that. There's no subjectivities to my entries, where the prices are, what makes a valid trade. But, also some traders want to make more on a trade than others. So that would be a discretionary trade. One guy wants to make 4 ticks, one guy wants to make 6 ticks. That's a discretionary trade. But we all enter an NSC the same exact way. So it's a mechanical system on the entries. Okay, little subjectivity again, whether to choose an EET over a pullback trade. Right? I could see a losing pullback trade. Okay, but with the conviction again, the pullback trade was the way to make. The EET would have still been a winner. All right, so I like to talk about that. So let's see if we can make our 4 ticks. I've got my stop loss set on my dome to move down to my entry price. Once 4 ticks is touched, there's another short EET. Now, if I wasn't in the pullback, I would have taken a short EET. So EET had a little more opportunity to make it on the upswing and the downswing, but I like the EET, the pullback trade. So we're going to let the trade cook here, see if we can get down here towards the 87 level and recover the small bit that we lost and be up just a little bit and have to make one more trade to make a profit. Let's see if we can jump down here towards 87. And we are trading live money, real money, real results. We used to do our videos on sim, and a lot of guys say, hey, why don't you just do it with real money? Show us that you really trade with real money. So we do it like we teach our students. Trade 1-2 contracts until you're ready to go. To get good at it, you build your account up. So we thought that was a prudent thing to make. We are real traders, so we have no problem doing videos with real money out there. So you see Ninja pulled my stop loss to entry. Hopefully we'll get filled down here for our 4-tick profit. And we did. We've recovered from a loss. We're up 62.50. Commissions were up about half a point. Trading 2 contracts. Need a little bit more to go for the day. So, could have stayed in a little bit more, but 4 ticks is my pullback trade. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and start up the next one.